Just Being Ernest podcast is proudly presented by Traeger Grills. And if I'm just being earnest, I love my Traeger. I had one before they wanted to sponsor the podcast. I'm a day one Traeger guy, okay? I got the 885, little joint's a hot little piece. It's so easy to use and everything I cook tastes amazing. Specifically, my bacon Bush Light beer-soaked brown sugar bacon burgers, which is my specialty. I absolutely love my Traeger. It's so simple, versatile, and has a superior flavor from cooking with 100% natural wood. This barbecue season, grill with flavor. Grill with a Traeger wood pellet grill. Once you experience Traeger wood fire taste, you will not want to go back to cooking with gas and charcoal. Just how it is. Traegers are easy to use. There's no need to constantly prod, poke, and flip your food. Just load up the hopper with 100% natural wood pellets, set your cooking temperature like you would an oven, and let Traeger signature heat and smoke do the rest. Look, with Traeger's 6-in-1 versatility, you can do it all. We're talking about grilling, smoking, baking, roasting, braising, and barbecuing, from burgers to brownies, everything in between, pulled pork to pizza, you guessed it, okay? Smoked cocktails. There's no limit to what a Traeger can do.
You got to come to the spot, dog. At the studio, I got like all the Titan helmets signed.
Oh, yeah.
From every franchise.
Were you at the Music City Miracle?
Yes.
You were there?
Yes.
Shit, man.
Kevin Dyson, baby.
Damn it. Where were you sitting?
In Juvenile, right? Looking out the window. But I could see. I swear to God, but I could see it from myself.
Oh, my God.
But I could see but I could see it from myself. I could see it from myself, dude. It was awesome.
Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest.
I get in on.
Yeah.
We're talking about tags on cars, and you're talking about how your G-Wagon has none.
I just want to say this first. Part one was funny. We'll be high as a motherfucker on part two. Part one, we were like, we drank, but we did knock down a half bottle of Sincoro pretty quick.
We're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm proud. We should take another one.
Yeah.
Probably had to be one.
But tags, we're talking about, because, you know, in LA, like, you see all these super nice cars and none of them have tags. And nobody's really tripping about, it's like, oh, they just got it from the dealership. Nobody's pulling them over. But, like, my Mitsubishi had tags, but they expired in 2013, and I was still driving in 2015. But it would have cost more money to get my shit fixed so that I could pass emissions than the car was worth. So I just drove around with bad tags, and like part of the price I paid every day was Delaney being like, "Get your tags fixed." I'm like, "It cost $2,000," and then a cop would pull me over, no problem. So before he even comes up, I got my shit. I'm like, "I know tags are terrible. It's gonna cost a shit ton to get my shit done." He's just like, "They've been expired for 3 years." To a certain extent, they're just like,
I love the way you said it real casual. Like, yeah, the tags were a little terrible.
Yeah,
like terrible, dog.
I gotta tell them.
It says 2015 on it.
Yeah, I gotta let them know. Like, yeah, look, I know the tags are already an issue.
Yeah.
I don't know if my taillights are out or whatever. Mitsubishi. I had a song called "Beat Up Car," and it was right after I got my Ford Fusion, which was the car after the Mitsubishi. My first adult car. I drove a 98 F-150 single cab maroon in high school. That was my first car my grandfather gave me. Then went half and half with the rents and got a Mitsubishi Galant. And that was when I started getting pulled over a shit ton. And then I got a Ford Fusion and tinted out the windows and sprayed the wheels. And I got pulled over a lot in that as well, but it was a nicer looking car. And but it didn't take it didn't take but 3 weeks before I'd put a scratch on it and popped 4 tires. I think I popped 4 tires in 3 nights. I popped 2 tires on the right side by hitting the curb. Pop, spare, new tire, and then like 3 days later, pop, and did it on the other side. I dodged a German Shepherd one time, and the other time I just turned too soon.
Fucking shit, dog.
Jeez. Terrible.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't have tags on my car now.
Yeah.
And I got another car that's tags have been out since September of last year.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, driving through Brentwood cops, man.
Dude, listen. It is like fucking weird. Brentwood, Franklin, Belmead. There's certain areas of town I drive through.
Belmead, scary. My mom
It's
got
like the
arrested
Metro
in
cops
Belmead.
are just sitting there waiting, like, ha ha, bitch. Because I was coming from Sperry's one night, right?
Mhm.
Right there, because we played at Temple Hills.
Yep.
And then we went to Sperry's and got fucked up afterwards. Me and my booking agent. Shout out Hunter. He's fucking dope.
Yes.
But, and I was driving through Belmead and I was like, man, it is a lot of police right here, man. I was like, I did not expect this to be such a police-ish
This
situation.
escalated quickly.
Yeah, I was like, fuck me, man. I just kept smoking my doobie and riding. Like, it'll be all right, fuck it.
Man.
I don't worry about getting caught with weed no more, dude. Most metro cops
Right.
and like surrounding county cops don't give a fuck about weed.
Yeah.
They'll just be honest, like, tell me the truth. Is this all the weed you have in the car? Like if you think you're gonna get like 20 pounds, I'm not your huckleberry.
Yeah, no.
If you were looking for like a quarter ounce of some kill, I got it. It's right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they
But-
probably are. And
yeah.
and they probably
They're
are.
like,
looking
yeah,
for it.
you're right. I was looking for the 20 pounds. You don't got it. I was like, yeah, thank you, man. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It feels like, whoa, look what I did.
Yeah,
Magician over here.
voila.
Magician.
Yeah, dude. So I love everything we've dug into and talked. Now we've gotten stoned, and it's going to be another hour of some good shit.
Oh yeah, no, 'cause I'm high.
But I think we got some fan questions.
Gotta do those
I just
first?
realized,
Let's
y'all.
see
I don't
what
know how I missed the TV right here. Yo, okay, never mind. That's a segment.
Yeah, let's
never
do
mind.
fan questions.
Never mind. I seen a segment. I was like, why is there Spanish on the TV? One of my right hand men is a Samoan, and he came from America Samoa, and he's got the whole shit tattoo. Look, I know all kind of shit. I know how to say "sekefe."
Wow.
Yeah, man.
What's that mean?
What the fuck?
What's
yeah, kefe is fuck. So sekefe is
Oh.
like what the fuck?
Oh, Sekefe.
Yeah. So listen, no, my dude, but
That's
it's like
tight.
what I love about their
cool
culture is
coffee
it's
shop
all in
name.
tonality.
Sekefe Cafe.
Right, so like you can say "sekefe," like I guess we could be like "what the fuck" or "what the fuck," you know what I mean? For them, it's like you can either be like "sekefe," or you can be like "fuck a sekefe." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like that's like gangster shit.
I love
But
that.
I call my big Samoan dude Chihu because well, listen, when Samoans get drunk and happy or ready to fight, they Chihu. Have you ever heard of Samoan Chihu?
No.
They're like Chihu. It's fucking
Yeah,
gangster. So I call him Big Chihu. He does not.
I
dig it.
love that. That would be intimidating.
Yeah.
It would also be
Yeah.
fun. Damn. I want to go to Hawaii. I love St. Thomas. I love the islands. I hear like Hawaii is just the island.
Do you not have a house there? I feel like you're
Delaney's
in some
dad has a
island
house
all the
in
time.
St. Thomas.
Okay, I was like, you're somewhere all the time.
Yeah, that's it. I love going there. We
Did
love
you
going
write
there.
locals only on what like what
St.
was
John.
it? That was some like fucking. I'm just out here and I'm finna write some fucking.
Yeah, we wrote. Me and BK were there, and our wives went. We were just gonna go for 10 days and bring them, and we stayed on St. Thomas down the road from Delaney's dad's spot.
Okay, dope.
And then they fell in love with it and were like looking at spots to rent for a longer period of time. And we ended up staying on St. John for 6 weeks.
Really?
And like they flew back, got their German Shepherds. Delaney got her Australian Shepherds, and they flew back private with the dogs to St. John.
Gangster.
And we chilled at this
Fuck
spot
yeah.
for like 6 weeks and just were writing songs all the time. And yeah, we wrote Locals Only and Coolin' while we were there, and like a bunch of other ones me and BK and Jordan Schmidt wrote.
Dope.
And yeah, dude, the islands influence my music so much. Like even on songs that aren't about a beach,
Right.
just the vibe like came into my life so much.
I feel like it matches you as a human completely right.
I found myself, dude, when I went to St. Thomas for the first time, when I was on the beach, like that was where my crazy, like I'm still, I still have a wild hair, but like all of the who the fuck am I craziness
Yeah.
left me when I was there for the first time, and I stayed for like 6 weeks in St.
Right.
Thomas. And I was like, I just started to cool out and realize everything was kind of all right. Even though I wasn't making any money. I was playing at bars, broke, just dropped out of college. My parents didn't believe anything was going to work out. You
Right,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's like the only
You're
person
gonna
in my
be a
family.
what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure,
And all
bro.
of their friends at church and
Yeah.
school or, Facebook, right?
Right,
So, and the beach was just like, man, I don't even care. That world doesn't even exist. It's just, I got to play at Tickles Thursday night, and I'm going to freestyle for 3 hours.
Did you come up with the Tropical Cowboy thing down there, or was that a
Tropical Cowboy was way after. That was a song title, I believe, that BK had a few years ago, and then we wrote that song, Tropical Cowboy. And I just kind of I made a bunch of songs around that. Locals Only existed before Tropical Cowboy. And I guess we started writing Tropical Cowboy as like an answer project for locals only, but I've just written so many songs since then.
Right.
We've almost just bypassed that. Tropical Cowboy is still my brand, my LLC, my touring LLC.
Right.
But the brand has just gotten so much
You have an
bigger.
LLC separate for everything?
Yes.
I do too.
Yeah, I only have like 2 LLCs, but yeah.
No, I got a publishing, equipment and rental company, touring company, a fucking like a management
You use
company.
the same name for all of them?
Variations of it because they're all based around my father.
The same name for all of them.
Yeah,
Hey,
my father.
genius.
Yeah. See, but my father who passed away was one of my best friends, and he between him, my daughter, my son, and my wife. So all of them are a variation of that.
Oh,
like
that's
my
cool.
publishing company is like Songs for Noah. Like my management company is Bailey's Ballads. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
My equipment rental is Bailey Bunny Buddy because my father's name was Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a variation of family shit. So.
That's cool. Mine was not as thoughtful.
Yeah. You're like Tropical Cowboy.
I feel like an asshole. I should go change that. I'll see something meaningful.
Listen, everything's been a change for you in about 3 weeks, baby.
That's right.
It's a totally
Less than
different
that.
perspective. Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Ern. I'm excited to announce the special edition Just Being Ernest callings have dropped. Get yours today. Cheers.
Yeah, you're winding
like a
down,
week.
right? Yeah, how's she handling that?
She's good.
Walking around look like she got a goddamn volleyball in her or something like that. What's the ball?
She actually is pretty compact though. She can wear a big sweater and pull it off. It's pretty crazy.
That's gangster. Yeah.
Let's do fan questions.
I love fan questions. Let's take a shot.
Let's do a shot as well.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this shot to?
Fucking, I don't know. I'm too high to come up with a cool idea for a shot.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to you getting me high on a podcast. I'm over here. Hey, everybody. Fucking, we're back.
That's
You didn't even do a piece of a shot.
Yes,
what are
I
you
did.
talking about?
I took a
son?
huge sip.
You got to do a little better than that, though.
You can check the
Bubba.
footage.
Come on now. Yeah, we'll roll it back. Don't please roll that back, y'all. Look at that little baby sip he took. Listen, funniest moment with look, you did it again. Listen,
Dude, it's straight
what are you
tequila.
talking? What did you expect it to be? Tequila and LaCroix? Listen, no, I had the funniest moment with Ern the other day at a bar. Yeah, listen, I had the funniest moment with Ern at a bar the other day, right? Ern we take a couple shots of tequila, and the bartender knows me there, so he takes care of us. And the third shot that came out, Ern said, "Hey man, I want a shot, but not like that shot." He said, "You know what? Never mind. Give me the same shot, but just give me a lime." And maybe some salt. I was like, "Do you think that's gonna make a difference, dog?" Like,
It does.
he was like, "It was so fun. Do you want some lime or something?"
No, that's strong. I have to host a show here, man. We got to keep it professional.
We're professional now, huh? Says the guy who just put out a doobie that he made me smoke. Fuck, man.
I didn't make you do anything. First impression of Ern. There's a fan question. Who asked it? Drew Siegs.
What up, Drew? Yo, my first real impression of Ern was when I heard the rap shit, and they were telling me about who you were, and then I was like,
was that after or before I saw you at Josh's house? Like that would have been 2014. They would have probably been after. You probably had no idea who I was at that time.
Yeah.
I was just one of Josh's.
and they were like, "Yo, he spits."
yeah.
Yeah, and I think somebody had some and they played some, and I was like, "No, he spits. Like that could work." Like I was very critical.
Yeah,
and still am
course.
of white rappers.
Yeah,
like I'm very critical.
Me too.
Of white rappers.
Me
I'm like,
too.
whoa, hold on now. If that guy right there, because you had the buzz fade,
Yeah.
like if that kid can fucking rap, somebody's got to prove that to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I was like, yo, that shit could like actually work. And then I heard about, and then Alex King had told me that you were Big Loud.
Right.
And doing the writing thing. He was like, yo, man, this kid is like a rapper, but he's like fitting to be like one of the biggest songwriters in Nashville. I was like, I fucking know that guy. And then I just argued, I didn't argue. I argued your point on Bussin' with the Boys. I was like, I think he's the best songwriter in Nashville right now.
Wow.
Straight, I don't know, you probably didn't hear that clip because you don't give a fuck enough about me to listen to my podcast.
He told me about that. And yeah, I mean, that's not true. Thank you.
That's what you're supposed to say because
No,
you
but
write
I mean,
with all
dude,
these guys. You know what I'm saying?
no, but I'm just saying, like, there's rooms I look forward to getting in because I'm going to learn something today.
What rooms are there?
Man, Ashley Gorley.
You haven't got in with Gorley yet? You got in with Gorley,
No,
right?
these rooms I get in and I'm fucking just Karate Kid.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
for sure.
trying to take in as much as I can. Definitely Gorley, Rodney Clausen, Shane McAnally, Josh Osborne, I love
You work with Zach Crowell yet?
I love Zach.
What a fucking beast.
I mean,
he came up through hip
that's what
hop
I'm
too,
saying.
by the way.
People are just there's so many people that are better at writing than me.
Right.
Like,
I'm
that.
just what I'm
Craig
saying
Wiseman,
is
Hardy,
what I'm
like,
saying
fuck.
is I think that y'all are having your moment. Well, Hardy, I include the whole Big Loud movement in that. I think y'all are having your moment now, right? That's just what I think. Like, you know, this might because listen, let me tell you something. Ashley Gorley's had more number ones than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah,
right?
than anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like I think he's like not to say he can't have a moment again, but I think he's, you know, we will goat him at this point, right?
Yeah,
you have been goated.
Sure. Yeah.
So now we're looking at baby goats, right? Since you've been goated, we can now move forward to the baby goats. And I think you and Hardy are in that discussion.
Shit. I hope so. I mean, damn, that'll be cool.
Yeah. That's you got to be real high to look around and be like, yeah, man, that'd actually be awesome.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
cool.
The more I think about it.
What's a room that you've been in, writing wise, that someone's done something that you've just gone, oh shit, like that's another level?
Craig is that guy a lot of the times
Right.
where like you could think, you know, maybe a song's dead before it starts, like maybe for an hour, whether you're up here or on Zoom. Like you got a cool idea or whatever, and it's just not going anywhere. And then all of a sudden, Craig, like especially when you're up here on the third floor in his room, notorious for going out and pondering and smoking a cigar, and like, dude can come back after smoking a cigar, just have it figured out. Like
It's that Rain Man shit,
I
dog.
got a feeling that Live Like You Were Dying probably or something happened like that because
Yeah.
because I've just seen it happen with him so many times where he's and then it's like, all right, hold on. I think and he'll go outside. All right, what if it's like, and then it's
Yeah.
that, and you're like, phew.
Yeah.
And it's everything. It's the
It's that-
nuance, the delivery. It's
Yeah.
like, you got it all right there.
Yeah. It's that,
shit.
it's that Jay-Z effect.
Yeah, man, that shit's crazy.
It's that Rain Man shit, dog.
You don't even have to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Craig
Fucking
Wiseman
awesome.
is the GOAT on that for sure. What's another fan question? What does that say?
I am regretting immensely everybody else taking a piss between part 1 and part 2 and me not. I just sat here like a fat ass smoking weed and fucking like, yeah, I don't feel like getting up. Can we take a cut? Because I'm like fixing to urinate myself. it's like it all hit me at once.
We'll be right back for part 3.
That's hilarious. Spring is on the way, which means long days with sunlight, which means more opportunities to be hanging with friends outside, doing some grilling or hanging by a fire. And if you're like me, those good times may turn a little too good, make for a rough morning. Things changed when I found Goody's hangover powder. I can still have as much fun as I want at night with my friends, knowing that Goody's hangover powder has my back in the morning to get me on my feet and feeling alert. Goody's makes it super easy for me. I simply have to pour the powder in a glass of water, throw it back, and boom, fast pain relief's on the way. Goody's has hooked all of my listeners up with a discount code that you can use on Amazon. Use 1 off Ernest for a discount on 6 packages. All right, so you're back.
Figure my own shit out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Listen, that was not a false alarm, though.
You're going.
That was a piss. That was one of those.
How
like,
good did that feel?
Barely got it out of the sweats. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
great.
Like, oh man, whoa! What did I do so wrong to you? I'm sorry. Fucking shit. I told him, Alex, that was not a drill, baby. That was a real piss.
I think so, some.
I don't fuck with him. Yes, but you won't hear me say that about too many people. But I don't fuck with him. Nothing against him, just No, same story. Yeah, he has that effect. But my thing is like this is my thing, right? I don't care if it is on the record. Party with whoever you want to party with. Party however you want to party. But don't let that affect the greater good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I've been on tour with tour is like being in jail with somebody. You find out who a motherfucker really is on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like jail is like you'll leave 6 months with a cellmate and be best friends for the rest of your life. And be like, damn, how can I be best friends with somebody I've only known 6 months? You spent 24 hours a day with that dude. I know his grandma, I know his cousin, I know his aunties, I know his uncles, I know his shitting habits, I know how often he shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had enough instances with that dude on some. Like, here goes my other thing, man. These dudes' business don't be straight. Sorry. Yeah, but these dudes, the business don't be right. It's like, get your motherfucking business right, dog. Like, I'm not with that old fucking cornball shit. Like, don't, you know what I mean? I'm like fighting this thing. I'm like fighting
two
it.
hands. That's
Yeah,
why.
fucking. Yeah, it's like these dudes don't have a business straight, dog. Like get your come on, man. Let's listen, man. Let me tell you something, dog. If I tell you, sitting here right now, I said this in a song. If I tell you a donkey's finna shit ice cream, you should get a bucket and a spoon. You know what I'm saying? Like if I tell you that, you know what I'm saying? Like if we ever get in a situation where a mouse is finna fight a chicken and I tell you bet on the mouse, call your mama. I need the deed to the house. You know what I'm saying? The mouse is finna whoop the chicken for sure. This dude knows some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, do what you're gonna say you're gonna do. That's my thing. Even if what you say you know how many times I've overextended myself in a conversation and had to back that shit up? Because that's what I said I was gonna do. I said I was gonna do it. I gotta fucking go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like them dudes don't do what they say they're gonna do. And that bothers me. Because you won't find, the only person you'll hear a story Jelly Roll didn't do what he said he was gonna do is a drug dealer I didn't pay back in the day. And fuck you and your mama, come get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna pay you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like how I feel about that is like real simple of like, my daddy used to say, son, never be a snake unless you're in a snake pit. And I carry that deep with me. Never be a snake unless you're going to be in a snake pit. So it's like the only time you'll ever see me, I'm not a snake unless I'm in a snake pit. And at that point, fuck you. I bit you, you bit me, we bit each other, bitch. What's up? We was in a snake pit. We knew what the fuck we were in this for.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the problem. Artists do not, I encourage artists, I advocate this, learn your business, figure your business out. 3 things I hate is artists that don't know their business, artists that hide behind management. That's the most infuriating. Like, dog, don't come over here and act like you're so disconnected from your fucking life. It's like, I don't know, let me talk to Phil. How about motherfuck Phil, dog? If you got to talk to fucking Phil about something, you're a fucking sucker bitch. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, I know who's on top in your house. How about that? If you got to ask Phil, you know what I mean? It's not like a let me check my calendar. It's like, well, I don't know, let me consult with Phil about that. Like, man, fuck Phil. I bet your old lady fucks you. I bet you ain't fucked her one time in your motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, and Phil fucks your old lady.
for sure. It sounds like Phil's got the money around his mouth. I bet you're in a fucking 60-40 with your manager.
God.
Anyways, thank you all for letting me get that off my chest.
Christ, that feels good.
Yeah, it does.
And
Don't
for the
every now
next
and then-
fan question.
Yeah. Fuck Phil.
What do we? By the way, what do we got?
You got
treetop. Got me on top of the
shout out to the
treetop.
treetop, baby. Listen, man.
Sheesh.
They knew I was doing the pod. And
I mean,
was
for
like, yo.
CBD, I am cooked.
Yeah. Is that what you were smoking? I was smoking weed.
Is that what that was?
Tricked him again.
I was like, fuck.
Got me.
I bet it's placebo. I thought I was high. We got a whole nother doobie left, too. Are we going to finish these shots or no? Be honest.
I'm not finished.
Break my heart now. It's over. That's it.
Breaking your heart.
That's it.
I'll finish
and
my
you heard
previous drink.
it's got ashes in it.
But that's my problem.
Dude, that's so fucking gangster. Oh, shit. He's like, fuck it. What is in that drink? I love the way he's like, it's straight tequila.
Man.
He chose ash water over tequila. I love it.
He chose ash water with tequila in it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yes. Tequila LaCroix.
I love all the 615 shit around here. I love the Goodies hangover powders in here. I'll probably take some of that with me.
How about the new Project 615 golf hat?
That's what I was doing. I said, I love all the 615 shit. You got the
yeah.
615 yee on the door. You got the Project 615 golf
I'm
hat.
trying to represent, dog.
It's Project 615, and if I'm wrong, I'm going to sound like such a douche, but are they the one who do like the Titans hats too?
Yeah, they do Titans and T-shirts. Titan
Yo,
hats, T-shirts.
son, listen, they had a hat that I never got that I would pay them so much money if they'd remake it.
Kroon, my manager he owns Project 615.
No!
So take it up with
They
him.
had to give Derrick Henry the ball hat.
Yeah, yes.
That hat was the best hat ever, and they had to give Derrick Henry the ball mask.
That's Hang 10, and those are your guys.
Who used to do, well, and still is involved with the creation behind all the Bustin' with the Boys merch.
Okay.
So
There you go.
Yo.
You're off the hook, Kroon.
Yeah, listen, Kroon, I'll take some free shit from you too. But to give Derrick Henry the ball hat, man, listen, man, that's crazy, dude. You got to come to the spot, dog. At the studio, I got like all the Titan helmets signed
Oh, yeah.
from every franchise.
Were you at the
running back
Music
we
City
ever had.
Miracle?
Do the Titans have a miracle left in them in what has been a magical season to this point? If they do, they need it now. Christie kicks it high and short. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25.
Yeah, give it
Pitches
to-
it back to Wycheck. He throws it across the field to Dyson.
He's got something.
30,
He's got
40,
something.
50.
He's got it.
40,
He's got it.
20, 10.
He's got it.
5, end zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle. Tennessee has pulled a miracle.
Yes.
You were there?
Yes.
Shit, man. I was
Kevin
at-
Dyson, baby.
Damn it. Where were you sitting?
In Juvenile, right? Looking out the window. But I could see.
Are you
But I
serious?
swear to God,
You're
but
not
I could
kidding?
see it from myself.
Oh, my God.
But I could see. But I could see it from myself. I could see it from myself, dude. It was awesome. It
Could
was
you
such
really see it
I
from-
swear to God, dude, back then, B-Pod was facing the stadium. I tell you how real it was. God rest his soul. My dad came and waved at me on the way into the game, and he came out of the game and really went like that because
So you
we
could
just
see your
fucking
dad?
won. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he knew where
bro.
to stand, so he comes
I
to
know
he
where
came
the
to see me
juice-
all
I
the
know
time.
you're
Yeah,
talking
for
about. That's
sure.
crazy, dude.
No,
You-
for sure. And so like if you're looking at the front of Juvenile, I was up in the right corner. I had the corner cell, so I mean I had a clear
seat
shot
in
at
the
the
house.
field, and I could see the other jumbotron,
right.
and fucking dude, I
Right next to the Logan's Landing.
yes, fuck
God,
yeah,
I bet you
dude.
wanted some Logans.
I wanted anything. Listen, I would have ate a dead bird raw. I was so fucking tired of eating what I was eating in there.
Man.
And listen, we were in Juvenile, so we didn't get commissary. We got snack time. It'd be like snack time. They'd be like, we're going to bring you some snacks. And it's like you get a cookie or something. But I worked in the cookie department. So I would tuck my pants down into my socks and I would fill my britches up with cookies. Of
course
And
you
I would
would.
walk and you just see my pants flowing like there's just cookies everywhere. I'm holding my pants up like his. Fucking just cocked to the sock.
Did you
baby.
have the name Jelly Roll at this point?
Fuck yeah. Listen, there was an albino dude that ran the kitchen named Oscar, and I called him Pops. God rest his soul. He was the sweetest dude, man. And we fucked around. He loved me, dude. He'd be like, come on, Jelly Roll, we're going to do snacks. Be like, yes, I'm on snack patrol. My whole unit knew that meant I was coming in with like 60, 70 cookies, dog. I was so filled up with cookies, dude. It was no secret. The guards just never felt, but I'm walking like, looking like the Michelin Man. My pants are like MC Hammer parachute pants, but they're just full of fucking sugar cookies. They were soft. Man, it was awesome.
That is
That was
hilarious.
the only good part of that whole experience.
Well, that and the Music City Miracle.
Yeah, that I literally watched it out of
That
my
is
corner.
incredible.
Cell. Yep, true story. Yeah, no, I swear to God.
Yeah, what are the odds I ask about the Music City
Yeah.
Miracle and you
Dude.
have that story?
Yeah, no, I was like, dude, I'll never forget it. Me and Josh Carter were cellmates at the time. He was from Joe Johnson. He shot a cop. Shot at a cop and hit somebody else. And he was like 15 years old and got charged as an adult. He was waiting. I'll never forget me.
He
He
was
was sitting there.
waiting for-
We were fighting for a little time to look out and see the football game. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yep, true story.
Y'all go crazy?
We went nuts. The whole the whole Juvenile went nuts. We were crazy.
We all like hollering information back as it's happening.
Oh, dude, like I was like an announcer.
Yeah, dude,
I
was
would
about
like
to say, any
scream
seat in
under
that
the
house
door to
must have been the
everybody.
most exciting
Oh
thing
yeah,
of-
for sure.
forever.
I was like the announcer because like the other side of the unit, I would scream and let them know what was up, or if you had a cell here or a cell too far this way, you couldn't see the field. There's only like 7 or 8 cells that could see the actual field in the jumbotron.
Right.
So I was like screaming information through the vents. You know what I'm saying? Like touchdown Titans, yeah, and all right. And then how you would let people know you were hyped back then is you kick the door.
Yeah.
So the doors, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, that was like your way of like protesting or cheering as a unison group. You know what I'm saying?
Depending on what was going on.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
knew
Like
which
when
one it
somebody
was.
would get released, everybody kicked their door while they were walking out. It was like your way of being like, yeah, you know, you were like fucking 15, 14, 16 years old or some shit.
What were you in there for?
That particular time, a
Yeah.
robbery case.
That particular time of robbery.
Mhm.
How many times did you go juvenile?
Twice, 3 times. And all 2 times were for robbery. Once was for a violation.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Violations will get you every time.
Yeah, they'll do it, boy. Yep,
Hey,
yep. You drop
once you're
that
in-
hide piss and we'll see you back
Once
in
you're, I was
here.
gonna say, once you're
For
in,
sure.
once you're in, you're in. That's
Yeah,
just-
yeah. I had this probation officer would come to my house and I'd get piss tested at the house.
yeah.
And they came one time and I dropped hot urine and had to go back and do like 12, 13 months or something.
Dang.
I got in a lot of trouble as a juvenile child, and then it carried over into my adult early 20s.
Yeah.
It was like mid 20s. I was like, you know what? Jail sucks. Like, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, it's got to be exhausting.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Yeah, but nothing about it was cool.
Because you're not a bad dude.
Yeah,
So
no, I
you-
wasn't a
that's what I'm
bad
saying.
guy.
You just,
No, I
yeah,
just
trouble.
like, it ended up being drug cases later. So it was
Yeah.
like just like random, like the police did a knock and talk in West Nashville one time. And I don't know, you know what a knock and talk is?
Sounds like they knock and then just talk to you.
That's exactly what happens, right? That's it. But the catch was they were looking like while they were talking to you for a reason to be able to fuck with
Right.
the,
Looking
you
for
know.
probable cause.
So like for us, we always gave one because we smelled like reefer.
Yeah.
So they'd be like fucking, they'd knock on the door. They'd be like, hey, it smells like weed over here. We're like, what are you actually here for? They're like, well, we came to talk to you about somebody stealing some stuff in the neighborhood. But since we smell weed, can we have a look around? And you're like, no, you can't have a look around. They're like, well, because we smelled weed, that's what they call probable cause. So we're going to go have a gander now. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Yep.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, it's now that I'm like a grown up, I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever. It's what it is. Like I'm over it now.
That's not going to happen anymore.
No, no,
You're
I
just
got
gonna have
police now.
pissed off
I'm a
construction
felon
workers
now. Yeah,
that are
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
get
And I'm a
going.
felon now. So every now and then a cop will do like a weapons check.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be like, hey man, that's fine, but listen, let me tell you something, officer. I know my rights here too. You can do a weapons check. You don't got no business being up in my little sunglass holder. You don't got no business flipping my fucking visor down here.
Yeah.
Where can I store a weapon? You can look under my seat, in my console, and in my glove box, and that's fucking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wow,
Like
know your rights.
that's a standard weapons check. You know what I'm saying? Like you can check. I don't have a weapon in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking the gospel here. Yeah, and I just say that to him nicely, like, sir, you know, because don't try to give me a citation for the weed I've got in the ashtray. You don't got no reason getting my half a doobie in the ashtray. I don't have a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? Like you're looking for a gun, console, seat, trunk. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a guy that knows it's right. Would you be my lawyer?
Yeah, I got you, man. I was a jailhouse lawyer, and I was actually pretty good at it. I got people out of trouble all the time.
That'd be so fire. But
Yeah.
Did you read a lot?
Yeah, I didn't have nothing else to do.
What's your favorite
I'm
book?
self-educated. I never made it to high school at all.
Yeah, but I mean, I think some of the best education happens outside of a school building.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I tell my kid all the time that what they're teaching at school is not going to help you.
Do it, and it's good for task management and all that. But
Dude, it's like, yeah, my
gotta
deal
get out
is,
in the real
I tell
world.
Bailey, I said, Bailey, it's not what you learn when you get that degree. It's that you're showing some corporation that you had the aptitude to do something for 4 years, even though you didn't want to do it, to
Right.
get the sheet of paper.
yeah,
They don't really give a fuck what you learned. You're going to forget all that shit anyways. You're just showing, hey, man, I complete tasks. I signed up to college and finished.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't actually give a fuck what your skill set from that was.
right. And they're marking their job off the checklist too because they got faculty meetings once
For
a
sure.
month, and
Yeah.
we're not reading.
That changed my whole perspective about life. What you just said was whenever I realized that most of these people are just doing their job.
Mhm.
I used to take everything personal.
Mhm.
You know, like a cop, are you fucking with me? Fucking, it's like, yeah, you're doing your job, man. I was
It
fucking,
might have just hit me right now
Yeah.
that that's the case.
yeah, I was doing,
Like,
I
when
was
you
doing,
said that, I was like, no, you're fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
People are just doing their jobs.
it's like,
I mean,
you're right, officer. I was doing 70 and a 40. You fucking pulled me over.
no, don't turn off the hit. Don't do the hit.
Yeah. Call it off. He wasn't a bad guy after all.
Don't do your job.
Yeah. Hey, quit
I'll
your
still
job.
pay you.
Yeah.
It's just not go to jail
Yeah,
for
don't
it.
do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sheesh. No, I was gonna say what's your favorite what's your favorite book?
So it's changed through the years, but if you like gun to head quick right now book, The Five
Yeah.
People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom.
Oh wow.
It's a short read, it's quick.
I like a short read.
Yeah, but it's so powerful. And it made me think about my father. It was like, I don't want to spoil the book, but first of all, it's a 220-page read. You ever read Tuesdays with Morrie?
Nope.
Same author, right? So this dude wrote a bunch of Just One More Day. He had a lot of really good books. They were all short reads. But of course, I mean, I read everything you can think of reading. I just referenced those books because it's like if you ask me my five favorite movies, you'd laugh at me.
Right.
But I have a reason why, right? So like for this book in particular, Tuesdays with Morrie, I loved because it was a dude that was dying that was like explaining to his old student how he felt through the entire death process and wanted to document it as he was dying from cancer. Incredible read. Five People You Might Meet in Heaven was this. For the Five People You Meet in Heaven was this dude who was like, he worked at like a carnival, you know, and every chapter starts at, it was his birthday this year. And he seemed like the most average dude in the world. But when he dies and goes to heaven, the first 5 people he meets shows how much of an impact he had. And it was like my father was like a meat salesman. He was like the most blue collar, went to the tin roof every day, has a plaque over the bar where he drank at kind of dude ever.
Down here?
Yeah, right now. We'll go see it after this thing if you want to. But he was like the most, now I'll probably cry, but it's like the most down dude you'll ever meet, right? And I was like, think about the impact you had, and you didn't realize the impact you actually had. So like when I read that book in prison, it made me think of Pops. It made me think of one of my favorite stories that's in Scott Reel's Journey to Freedom. They talk about a kid who was going to an evangelist who was pitching up tents, right? And he was like preaching every single weekend. And he was like, man, just nobody would, he just didn't feel like he was having an impact. And just when he was about done, it was the last night, he was like, I'm never doing these again. I have no impact. The very last altar call he had, a little young kid walked up and found God that night in that tent revival. That kid was Billy Graham.
Wow.
That kid went on to save more people and bring more people through revivals to Jesus than anybody ever. You know what I'm saying? It was like just like the most Southern tent revival thing in the world. This dude was over it. He felt like it just wasn't, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Colonel Sanders story, right? It's all of this is in Scott Reel's Journey to Freedom book. It's incredible.
Tell me.
Did you know this story too?
No, tell me.
This dude was a failed businessman in every way you could be. It was like in his 60s or 70s that he came up with the idea for KFC.
Wow.
Could you imagine bombing for 15 businesses?
And just not stopping.
And just being like, no, fuck it, still going.
People dying thinking you're a psycho. Your friends dying before you ever
for sure
died. I knew he was a fucking psycho.
Yeah, fucking literally, dude.
Yeah.
And you end up being fucking Colonel Sanders, dude, having KFC. Listen, y'all have to read this book. It's called Journey to Freedom by Scott Reel. He's a local guy. He grew up here in Nashville.
That and the 5 people you meet in heaven.
5 people you meet in heaven. Also, Tuesdays with Maury, both by Mitch Albom.
Okay.
Scott Reel, Journey to Freedom, different book, but I'm high and I just was bunny trailing and having fun telling you about my stories.
No,
and
I
reading
love
books.
this.
But it's like those were the books that helped me. It's like my 5 favorite movies.
Which are?
Listen, my favorite movie of all time is arguably Cool Runnings.
Oh, wow.
Right?
It's a great pick.
Let me tell you why, though.
Man.
There was such a story in there I needed to know about life. Sometimes you can do everything right, and you can do it with people laughing in your fucking face, and the sled will still fall apart. Right? Like, I know that's a crazy thing. That's some real stoner shit, right? But it's like, I've watched that movie 10 times and went like, what did they do wrong? They did everything right. I mean, they went to the moon and back, dog. They really took the time to figure the shit out. And the fucking sled broke. And I needed to learn that in my life because so many times shit has came so close to happening and didn't work. And I blamed myself, and it was the fucking sled. I had nothing to do with it. I did my job. Sometimes the sled falls apart. Second favorite movie.
You're about to make me cry.
Right? It's a great fucking movie, right? That movie will change your whole perspective when you think of it that way.
Dang.
And they did it with people laughing at it. They did it with people gawking at them. They did it. Man, they picked up that broken sled. Right?
That's crazy, though.
I'm telling you, you got me finna cry. I'm telling you. It's just out of your hands, dog.
Yeah, you can only
and
do
the
what
way
you can
they
do.
dealt with the broken sled.
Wow.
Yeah.
They put it on their shoulders and fucking walked past the finish line with everybody staring in dead silence.
Yeah.
Until they realized what they were doing. Fucking game changing, right? And the people joke, they're like, Cool Runnings your favorite movie? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, think about the impact.
And here's
of
the
that.
reasons why.
Yeah, and I totally relate. I mean, dude, was it
God.
I'm tipsy, so what was our dude's name? It wasn't John Candy.
Yeah, wow. John Candy.
Was it John Candy?
Probably.
It was, right? That played the coach.
Yeah, that's
There was
John
like
Candy.
a degenerate gambler.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many little things in that movie that are like, what a fucking crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good Will Hunting's another one for me. My best friend Rail, right? He don't know that I
Good
feel
Will
this
Hunting's
way
a
about
great
him.
movie.
Crazy movie. I watch it all the time.
Yeah.
He don't know I feel this way about him. But Rail was my friend when I was selling drugs in the street. That was my friend that was constantly like, what's up with the music, though? Do you remember how Ben was when he was like, dog, I can't wait till the day I come to your motherfucking house and you ain't here. I hope you don't tell me bye, bitch.
Yeah.
I hope you're just fucking gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get out of here.
that was Rail for me. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all send me that clip so I can show that to Rail, because that was Rail for me. Rail for me was the guy that was like, dog, when are you going to put out music?
Yeah.
Like, man, we getting money, man. Who cares, Bubba? Man, when are you going to do what you really supposed to do?
Yeah.
So that was always one of them. You know what I'm saying?
When did, when was Break Out the Mask and the Glock? What year was that? Got the mask and the Glock.
On the Snow record.
You and Snow, yeah, which is what I
know that was so funny.
My nickname
right?
was Snow before I knew that.
Yeah,
I was
sure.
Snowflow as a joke in high school. And
for the record, we didn't Project Pat named that group.
Okay.
We didn't have nothing to do with that. But
okay.
Project Pat and Juicy J, which is crazy to say on a microphone, that those two dudes were like, yo, this is who's y'all are going to be as a group.
Let's tight.
I can't remember the year.
It had to have been it was 2011 maybe.
Can we look it up? It's called SNO.
I have it on. Here it is. Probably can't read that from there.
Oh, no, that wasn't it, though.
No, put in.
Yeah, because we used that sample. So put in SNO, Jelly Roll, whatever. Yeah, you probably put in Jelly Roll.
There it is.
Yeah, Mask and the Glock. Because we sampled the record you just
there
showed.
it is.
Yeah, Snow, we call it Year Round was the name of the album. It's 2011. 10 fucking years ago.
My senior year of high school. That was when I first got introduced to Jelly Roll, and I've been fucking rocking with you ever
Fuck
since.
yeah, Bubba. You know what was crazy about that record? Oh, this is the best podcast I've ever done because we're talking about crazy shit. So
yeah, we're off here.
I had this fucking song on there called Pain No More.
Mm-hmm.
You won't feel that pain no more.
Mm-hmm.
You won't feel that pain no more. Right? I wrote that song in jail the last time I was there. Right?
Wow.
And it was the first song that I'll ever remember that I tried to like sing on. Right? Like that was obviously me not singing. I'm like, I can't scream.
No. I don't
want to pull the mic back and do it how I would do it. So it's probably people like, that dude can't sing.
That's the first time you weren't just rapping.
But yeah, it's like, it was like my first like, I came into the studio and sung it for Juicy J because I wrote it up like completely a cappella, no beat or nothing. I was in jail.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, yo.
Oh, you got maybe.
Yeah, it's like I didn't have an NPC or something. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like beating on the table.
Hey,
like,
bro,
yo,
hit me with a boom,
check this
boom,
shit
clap.
out. And I imagined a guitar. You know what I'm saying? And I played it. And Juicy was like, we got to put that on this album.
That's tight.
And I was like, all right.
That's
and Juicy
tight.
J and them made like the most 3-6 Mafia trap beat for it ever. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Just super fucking 3-6 Mafia beat.
Man, that's hilarious. Wow. You've dropped an insane amount of knowledge here in the last 15 minutes, dude. Like,
Sorry,
wow.
man.
No,
What else
it's
is on that
good.
movie
I'm fucked
list?
up.
Oh, yeah. So we only got to,
We got two of the
we got
movies.
3 more. So you got
Good, Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings, not Fear and Love.
Yeah, which was a great one, by the way.
No,
I learned something from that dude.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. I
And-
loved A Beautiful Mind with Russell Crowe.
Beautiful Mind.
Yep.
I need to rewatch that.
No, dude, it's an incredible watch, man. He was like, it all came around like the Goodwill Hunting vibe to me. Like he was a guy who struggled with mental issues, which I feel like admittedly, the music reflects. Like I have dark things I deal with.
Yeah.
And he found a way to overcome them. Was like one of the smartest dudes in the world, right? So I just always was inspired by that, like on a real personal level. Back to Goodwill Hunting, I also want to say I think the best monologue, top 5 in movie history, was when Robin Williams was sitting there going, you know what, man? I realized that you don't know what it's like to stand in the 16th chapel and look up and feel that breeze hit your face. You don't know what it's like to be in love. You don't know what it's like to have a wedding. Like, dude, I get chill bump. Dude, I want to cry. Like, it was like that monologue is so fucking dope.
I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. You never actually stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling. Seen that. If I ask you about women, if you ever give me a syllabus of your personal favorites, you may have even been laid a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy.
Robin Williams,
Right,
man.
dude. Oh, my God.
The best.
I've referenced him in so many songs. Glitter, probably the most famous when I said, and they asked me how I'm feeling. I'm somewhere between Hendrix and Robin Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like the idea of that bar was I'm somewhere between killing myself one or two ways.
No, I know. I just
you got it.
When you
know
said that,
what
I was like, damn, he's either going to OD or hang himself.
For sure, one of the two ways, right? Like it's like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon.
Mm-hmm.
Said he had a favorite quote that he used to say. He said, "Nobody really dies. We all kill ourselves, just one way or the other."
Wow.
Right? Like nobody ever really dies. Like one way or the other. Like everybody. Like obviously, cancer is the exception to that rule. Since he said this in like 23.
Yeah.
But if you think about outside of cancer, like man, either your heart stops because you were pretty hard on your heart. It might have been when you were 100 or 70. Depends on how hard you are on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or we all go out one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
But to me, that was a line. But Robin, have you ever seen Steel Magnolias?
Yeah. Yeah. Not in my last, 10 years of life when I would be conscious watching it.
Right. So
I got a girlfriend make me watch it one time.
Dude, I love that movie, man. You know, because like I think the power in that story to me was when the lady, Shelby, she was having the baby and she knew the baby could kill her, but she just felt the need maternally, like sometimes when the greater cause means more than your life itself, like that is just such a powerful story. Plus, to me, that was acting. Like back in that era, like you want to see Dolly Parton fucking act, you go watch fucking Steel Magnolias, dog. If you don't cry during, I made my daughter watch it. Yeah. Have I ever told you about, I'll tell you about it, we'll talk about it off camera, but I got a list of movies I make my daughter watch. And once a week I sit her down and go, all right, this is next on the list. And it's like the classics. The Goonies.
That's great. That's what you
like
do.
I culture her.
You have to give them those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the Sandlot, the Goonies.
Father of the Year.
Dude. Happy Gilmore was a must watch. I made her watch Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin
Needs to watch
Lawrence.
The Hangover.
Yes, dude. I got to get her a little older. She's 13 now, so I'm having
wait on The Hangover.
I'm having for sure. I'm having to ease my way into it.
Space
so we're like,
Jam.
we're like at Happy Gilmore. You know what I'm saying? Like the right down the middle stuff that still has some weird stuff, and it's like,
but have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah. But it's like I made her watch Steel Magnolias the other day, and we just sat there like bawling, crying together.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking me and my daughter and my wife all hugged up on the couch squalling.
That's healthy.
Yeah, no, dude, it's like a must watch for me. And my fifth favorite is the one people joke on me about because I have no reason to want to watch it. It has no impact on me except for I thought it was George Clooney's greatest moment. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, wow.
I just fucking thought that movie was great. I don't know why.
That's a great movie.
Good soundtrack, too.
Great soundtrack.
I thought it was just a fucking great movie, dude. I love that he was like a con man swindler till the end. You know what I'm saying?
I played golf with the guy that sings that I was a man of constant sorrow. Can't remember what his name is. What's his name? He was out there with Daly and Steve.
Soggy
crushed
Bottom
it.
Boys.
Yeah,
the Soggy Bottom Boys was the name of the
it.
band on the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know who actually sang it.
Man of constant sorrow, I've seen troubles
what a great
all my days.
dude. Listen,
He's seen troubles all his days.
Listen,
Nelson?
I talked to so many people in prison into getting that tattooed on them. Man of constant sorrow. Oh,
that's
yeah,
hard.
Dude. It's fucking gangster, dude.
I might get mine out of prison.
I'm telling you, dude.
I
I still want to get. I never got mine.
Can we
but I
tattoo
will.
each other?
Yeah, I don't care. I'll go right now.
Have you tattooed anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. We got to not right this second, but let's do it.
Yeah, dude, I'm so in, dude. I have.
Do you have constant sorrow tattooed on you somewhere?
No, you can tattoo it on me. You can pick the spot.
Let's give each other a constant sorrow.
Yeah,
tattoo.
I got a lot of real estate too. Yeah, I've tattooed a few people. We used to make tattoo guns out of like cassette players.
In prison?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, first of all, a guitar string would be the needle.
Right. Yeah.
You unravel the guitar string.
What
right?
do you use for ink though? You got to melt the cassette. What do you melt to make?
So they
ink?
have what they call like an Indian ink that you could used to be able to get on commissary in certain places for art.
Okay.
And then you just shoot that Indian ink in you.
All right. So explain the tattoo gun.
Well, so like you can fast forward on a cassette player.
Right.
So the idea would be take that motor out of that and the way it would fast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bunch of geniuses going on in prison. I mean,
some of the smartest men I ever met were in jail.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
sure.
Delaney's Delaney's dad, Rob Royer, like I spoke about, in the last episode, one of his best friends ever, Sean Finnegan. His dad, or Sean's brother, older brother Mike Finnegan, played Hammond organ on Electra Ladyland, and like, so he was like musician, tall, 6'7" Irishman, good time, will throw you fucking through a wall and all that, but great musician. And Sean, his younger brother, was just as smart and just as talented, but got into gang shit, owed a lot of money, moving heavy drugs, all this shit. So this is like, you know, I'd say early 80s. And Rob was in the band Bread back in the day. I will give everything I own. So Delaney's dad. So he was just always around musicians, and then he had a band with Mike Finnegan in the 80s called Toast. And it was just some guys. It was either Toast or Road Dogs, one of the two. Well, he had both bands. I'm just not sure which one it was. So they're setting up, and Sean is helping Mike load in all this shit. And so he's loading. And Sean would let me tell these stories. These are great stories. Anyways, they wrote movies about it. Sean comes, he's loading in, unloads. See y'all after the show, whatever. During that time, he had gone and robbed a bank. His first one of 31.
Yes.
And so Sean, like, we're talking about the smartest people we've ever met.
Yeah.
And I mean, Sean was just a career con artist, criminal, but also like was an uncle to me, an uncle to Delaney, like one of the cool, like smartest dudes of all time. Reads, writes, they wrote movies about it. Anyways, that's how Rob met him. Sean, the first time I met Rob, was loading stuff in. Then he goes to prison like 7 years later after his stint. And he's with Mike Finnegan, and Mike's telling these stories about his brother Sean. And Rob, out of the music now in LA, still writing like screenplays. He starts hearing these stories about Sean. And he's like, man, yeah, he's robbed 31 banks with a gun. Like, and like, you know, every story is crazy. One time, like, I think, what is it? The minimum, all banks have, like, say at the time, I don't know, $500 cash ready to go. If you go rob it, here's this.
Right.
Well, one time, like, I think on his 30th bank robbery, they fucked up and gave him like $5,000 or something,
Right.
some way bigger number than he was expecting. He goes out and he's got the duffel bag and he's like, I got to do this again. So that's why he gets back to 31. So, but in prison, Sean was like the man. He was the guy for everything, and everybody's best friend, fun, charismatic, gets out of prison, has no friends but Rob. So him and Rob are writing these movies, and Rob's, you know, a little grumpy and got to get shit done. And Sean's like, oh, wasn't me, you know, type of shit. And so they write this movie called Locked Out. And it's about this guy that just like, I can't get arrested to go back to prison. Like, he just this dude that could not get arrested. He's trying everything to get arrested. Anyways, Sean Finnegan, genius. Wow.
We should shoot a movie.
Can we?
Yeah, why not, dude? We got the money.
You do. You're about to have the money.
Stop it, dude.
By the way, I need some gas money. On
please
the way
broke
home.
again, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Golly, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. You hear the birds chirping? That's because flowers are blooming and the grass is growing. It's time to mow your freaking lawn, dude. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you can trim the hedges below the belt safely and efficiently. And I'm talking about ball trimmers. That's right, ball trimmers. Spring has sprung and Manscaped has the best tools to get you ready. I recommend their Perfect Package 3.0. Package comes with the Lawnmower 3.0, which has a ceramic blade to reduce shaving accidents. Crucial. The package also includes the Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver to have your nether region smelling and feeling so great. And I mean great. Lastly, the package comes with the travel bag and boxer briefs. You think what I'm thinking? That's right. This is the perfect package for your package. Jinx. Haha, just kidding. Not really. I used to nick my nuts all the time. It was really a tragedy. Y'all wouldn't believe it. It was a battle every time I tried to do some self-grooming. But then Manscaped joined my team, and I win the self-grooming game every time. It's not even close. Sometimes I just walk around with the Lawnmower 3.0 just for fun because I like it that much. Join the other 2 million men who trusted Manscaped. They're here to make sure your balls are smooth and smelling nice. I like it when 2 other million men are in charge of my balls being smooth and nice. Don't you? After all, it's time for spring cleaning. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Ernest20. Hey, that's 20% off of free shipping with the code Ernest20. Ernest20 at manscaped.com. It's spring cleaning, baby, and your balls will thank you. All right, let's do one more segment before. Oh, you want to do this one? I think we move on from the fan question. We had a good one, had a good conversation. I want to do Livin La Vida Local because, we both grew up here. This is a segment. Basically, the question is
Good. Thumbs up. Go ahead.
awesome. What's your favorite restaurant in Nashville?
Well, it's been a while since I've ate around town, so I don't know if any of these places are open still. But
OG Nashville, what's your favorite restaurant?
as cliche as it sounds, Silver Sands, the
Oh,
meat
wow.
and three out north Nashville.
Yes.
Harper's used to be a meat and three right by TSU, and of course Sweats.
Sweats.
I'm a big fan of the meat and threes. The
Yeah.
original Prince's, of course,
Arnold's
right off Trinity.
right here.
Arnold's, yeah, absolutely. But I was less of an Arnold. No disrespect. I was less of an Arnold's guy, more of a Dan Guire's guy,
Mm-hmm.
or a Sweats guy,
Sweats
or
is so
Harper's,
fire.
right? So, of course, towards my end of my drug run in Antioch, they'd open up a new meat and three out there called H&T's, and it was fire too. I just love the meat and threes, man. I just always was like, to me, that was as much Nashville as the hot chicken was.
Yeah, and which was another thing because they were asking like, what's the best hot chicken in Nashville? And to me, it's not Hattie B's.
It's Prince's.
It's got to be
Yeah,
Prince's.
it's got to be Prince's or
Bolton's.
Bolton's. Yep, absolutely.
My
For
picture's
sure.
on the wall on the east side Bolton's with
no
Mr. Bolton.
fucking way.
Yeah, we shot the Bad Boy music video at Bolton's, and afterwards he comes out and was like, "We're gonna get my picture."
I'm so
with you."
jealous of you. I've yet to have my picture put in.
My picture's
anything.
in Bolton's,
except for
but I haven't
just
even.
busted.
I haven't
I
seen
was
it.
just busted once. Remember the little magazines when you went to
I
jail?
have been at gas stations.
Yeah, I wasn't just busted. But I've
Um,
never had it happen anywhere else.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I haven't even seen it, but we took the picture and they said it's framed in there. But
Yeah, dude, Sweats, Harper's, the old Harper's, Silver Sands, those were like some of the original, like, really good spots. Carol Ann's out south Nashville.
Oh yeah.
It's fire.
You ever go out to Barbara's off Old Hillsborough Road?
Oh, dude, for sure.
The
All
rolls
time.
at
Barbara's
Barbara's.
is so good. You know what? The poppy seed chicken.
Oh my God, bro.
Dude, I'll leave here right now and go there if they were open. I swear
Hey,
to God, I would.
dude,
That place
and-
is so
and
fire.
they're not,
dog.
but I haven't even thought about Barbara's in about a year. And
Oh my God. You know, the cool thing is when I play Temple Hills, I have to pass it. So I hop in and grab
Oh,
me some poppy
yes.
seed chicken and some rolls. Me and Struggle finished recording Waylon and Willie, I guess the last one, 4, at the Castle right there,
Yeah.
right by Barbara's.
Yeah, that's
Al
where my
Capone's
parents'
old
house
spot.
was, and that's where all of high school I was. Right, Old Hillsborough Road, turn right onto Old Natchez.
Yep.
And then right there, that curb where there's like a little church on the corner, private drive back.
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
I caught that church lawn on fire in high school.
How?
I was with a buddy, and we were leaving, and it was like 4th of July weekend. I don't know if it was before or after 4th of July, but I had a smoke bomb,
Oh, shit.
and I didn't mean to catch the lawn on fire. I guess it just hadn't rained in 3 years or whatever because I just threw a smoke bomb out the window of my car into the church. I mean, it's like a back road gravel parking lot. It wasn't like Main Street church.
Right.
And yeah, didn't think anything of it. I was just smoking up the corner. And then come back after we went to Sonic or something, maybe an hour and a half later, come back, and the whole lawn is torched and smoking, and there's like a little flame, and then there's my fucking smoke bomb like in cartridge laying there, and I'm like, oops.
Who did that, fucking asshole?
What kind of asshole?
Incarcerate that piece of shit.
Man, dude. And yeah, that would have been Williamson. That would have been Franklin. Sheriff
Yeah.
just sits there in that parking all the time.
Fuck
But
yeah. That Williamson County cop, too. Barbara's is absolutely fire.
Barbara's is great.
Yep.
There's the newer things I've enjoyed coming here. Like, did you ever go to I would go completely blank right now. On M Street, the Italian restaurant across from Kane Prime, Moto.
Yes.
I like Moto a lot.
No, for sure.
Good Italian food.
Believe it or not, I like that. You talking about that little area right there, right next to Virago, that Mexican spot?
San Anejo.
San Anejo.
Yeah, that's just fire, man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they just put a great new Mexican spot down at 5th and Broadway. Blanco,
Okay, dope.
bro. I mean,
That's good.
the queso.
I love the diner.
Forget about it.
I'm glad the diner's here now. I think that's a cool addition
Where's
to the
the
city.
diner?
Right downtown, where it's got like the 4 floors, and each floor is like is a certain kind of food.
Really?
I think it's
Yeah.
on third.
It's on like 3rd or something. It's right downtown. We got drunk and ended up there a few times. I think it's cool.
Yeah. Broadway's so different than when we were growing up.
Yeah, I still keep it between Legends and the stage, man.
Yeah.
That's old school to me. I might go to Kid Rock's just because Kid Rock's.
Yeah.
And Rippy's has got some good barbecue, of course, but I try to keep it right there.
Yeah, I'm with you. I miss Paradise Park.
I
You
miss
ever go-
Paradise Park so bad.
The
I would
OG
go in there,
Paradise Park
dog.
was-
You know what? You know when it meant the most? At 3:30 in the morning, it was the only place you just got kicked out of a bar. You have nowhere to go, and
Only
Paradise
place to
Park
go.
was open till 4:30, selling the burgers.
Yes.
Dude, I would go in there and dude, it was the fucking spot, dude, with the tater tots, man, and the burgers.
And it's dirt cheap. And what was it? $3 pitchers of Bud
Oh,
Light?
dude, yes, dude. It was the fucking spot, dude.
Bro, and that was
Yo,
before-
did you know right above that spot right there? I forgot the brother's name that owned most of the town. Max or something like that's one of the brothers' name. But they had that private club upstairs. You ever go in there?
Yeah. Little cigar joint up there.
Yeah, but it was like private. You had to have like a whatever.
Yes.
You pay like an initiation fee and shit.
And this is where Sportsman's Lodge is now, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And dude, I would go. I'll never forget. I got invited one night and got kicked out the same night. Never let back. I was with a dude that was like, "Yo, man, you're cool as Goldbergs." I think that's her name, right?
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, man, Max is my homie. You're straight." I knew Max too. He's a good guy. Shout out Max. But he was like, "Yeah, man, you're straight. Do whatever you want." I was like, "Whatever I want." He was like, "Yeah." So I'm sitting on the balcony doing rails of coke and smoking weed. That was very short lived. That was like super short lived.
Said whatever I want.
Yeah, I was like, what did y'all like? What do you think whatever you want meant to me? Like, what did y'all think? How did you think I was going to translate
Like
that?
not using
I
coaster.
immediately sat down and rolled a joint. I was like, up, time to fire a doobie. Up. You know what I'm saying?
I
This is our
peed on a
moment.
guy's bed at church camp while he was out of the cabin one time because our counselor told us to just shut the fuck up as long as we stayed quiet. I don't care what you do. I said, well, what if I piss on your bed? He goes, I don't care as long as you're quiet.
And
He
you were
left
like,
and I pissed on
"Ha
his
ha.
fucking bed.
Lucky for you, I drank water.
I was 8 or 9, but still, I had that there.
I love that at 9 o'clock he was like pissing on his bed. Fuck it.
Yeah, I asked. He did say it, but
Whose hat is that?
this Stevenson Ranch, dude.
Okay.
These are my boys. We'll get you a pack.
Okay.
Pretty much the only hat I wear. I think we're gonna do a couple runs. Steve Ernson Ranch. It's
Okay.
Mike Stud and his homie Foley, his creative director, who I'm gonna start working with some. And
Yeah, I thought that's what it was I asked because me and Mike did the
That's
Big
right.
Boy anthem.
That's
for
right, yeah.
Shab.
yeah, shout out Mike. Mike's gonna get on the podcast too.
Shout out Shab. Shab's the homie.
Shab too, but Mike took me on tour with him 2 years ago
Oh, dope.
when I had no record label or nothing. And
Right.
just took me out to
That's so awesome.
and we've been homies ever since, that whole squad. So they're helping me. They just hooked me up with all these hats, and they fit my head good. So it's all I wear.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Stevenson Ranch. Shout out Steve. Shout out Steve. You never know. Steve.
Send me some shit.
Yeah. Jelly Roll needs the pack.
some.
But anyways, dude, thank you so much for coming on today. And then we got to have
Are
you
you
back.
kicking me off? I just got excited. Let's finish that shot.
There's 2 options here.
Yeah. Fire the doober up.
All right. So what if that was just a thanks for coming on? Thanks for staying on.
Yeah. Okay. Like, fuck, don't rush me off. We can put this part on my YouTube channel. Hanging out now. Alex owes me one. He split on me early last time.
After hours. Ern and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
After hours. What were we
Alex
talking
bailed-
about yesterday? Me doing like a Howard Stern, where it's like now we can talk about, if we hadn't been talking about R-rated stuff yet.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been so PG-13. This is our chance to really go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm with whatever, dog. I'm here. I'm drinking and
What-
smoking.
Let's just kick it.
Either way. I hope y'all keep this. I hope you keep this conversation that
Yeah.
we were
All right,
literally
will you-
having that talk.
Will you come back on here?
Whenever.
Okay, because
Yeah.
we're not.
I wasn't hard to get here. For the record, I've been in the comments trying to get on this show for 3 months.
We're 2 hours.
I tried to get on this show when you did it last time, motherfucker. Fucking shit. And then you took a hiatus and came back like, no, I swear I'm doing it again. I was like, dog, and I've seen it fucking like, and I've seen like everybody on it but me. I was like, yo.
All right, well, now it's finna be just you.
Okay, yeah. I should be like the unofficial code. We should get 2 mics like Alex has got one.
If we just stopped having guests and just didn't say anything, we just only had Jelly from now on.
Just Being Ernest is now a Ern and Jelly Roll podcast. Jelly Being Ernest.
Yeah. Nah, dude, this was fun though. This was good. We got to talk about some shit I never talk about. That's fun.
That was fun.
No, dude.
I just we can close it out like this, man. Thank you.
You should have passed that Duber while you're closing it out, though. Oh, I think you let it go. You threw your life. I still feel like you should have to take that shot before we get off here.
I will. Look,
I don't know. I think if you didn't do it in front of the camera, it didn't happen.
I'm not doing that shot. It's too much. I got to be a responsible boy. I have church in the morning.
You said we'll close it out.
I'm just kidding. I don't. Yeah, we'll close it out like this. Look, I appreciate you for everything you've done for Nashville and everything you're fixing to do for the music format as we know it. I also appreciate you as a friend and thank you for coming on here.
I love you.
And I love you like family, bro. And
Yes, sir.
anything you ever need from me, you got it.
Stop it, baby. I love
Jelly
you, man.
Roll on Just Being Ernest. This is my favorite episode yet, I think. Sorry to anybody if that offends you. Just come back and beat it.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I'll be the co-host.
Yeah, bro. I love you, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Good times.
Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest. Just being earnest.